The lesson today is phrasal verbs with stand. So these are common phrasal verbs. There are many phrasal verbs in English that use the verb stand. And I think that they can be a little bit difficult. That's okay though. So let's begin with a warm-up, with a speaking activity. And the question is, what values or principles do you stand for? What values or principles do you stand for? And just to help us, I found a list of values. So these are values that are pretty, common. Of course, this is a huge list. I don't expect you to know every value on the list, but I wanted to give you a list to choose from. So really briefly, here is a list of possible values: love, joy, kindness, knowledge. There are so many. Excellence, autonomy, attractiveness, calmness, charity. That means giving money, donating money. Peace. We have power. We have well-being, just being well, being healthy, being happy, being at peace maybe. They're really, you can say anything that you want, whichever one is important to you. Being the best, or maybe family, or fairness, maybe freedom. Who knows? There are so many, right? Happiness, health, honesty, inclusiveness. It can be something from the list. It can be something from your mind. So, for example, for me personally, I stand for empathy and fairness and fun and freedom. Those are some values that I stand for. So, Jessica, what values do you stand for, Jessica?
Okay, some values that I stand for could be respect,
Oh, good.
responsibility,
Yes.
yeah, friendship,
Yeah, wow, good. Okay.
and loyalty.
Nice. That's fantastic, Jessica. What you said was very good. I like what you said. I would, instead of saying could be, here, I would just say the values I stand for are. You can say could be. I just think that it's a little better if you say are in that instance.
Okay,
But really good job.
thanks.
Great job. And
Okay,
you correctly use the phrasal verb here, so that's fantastic. There is one single word for helping other people. Do you know there's a word in English? It's a difficult word, but do you know what the word is? It's a noun. The word is altruism. So altruism is a noun. This is an advanced vocabulary word. Altruism means helping other people. And what you said was very good, Jawida. Allow me to rephrase it one possible way. What you said was fine, but you could say, for example, family, freedom, and altruism are values I stand for. Can you say this sentence, Jawida?
Yes, yes, I can. I read it.
Yes, please.
Family, freedom, and altruism are value I stand for.
Good. Yeah, that's just one other possible way to say it. Or, of course, if you wanted to, you could just say it like this, right? You could also just do something like this. I stand for family, freedom, and altruism. So yeah, so there's a few different ways to do it. This, of course, is your standard subject, verb, object. What is if just anybody? What is the verb in the sentence here? The subject of the sentence? What is the subject?
I
Yeah, good. I is the subject. What is the verb?
stand for.
Yeah, exactly. Stand for is the verb. Two words, both words together are the verb. That's important. That's critical. What is the object of the sentence?
Family, freedom, and altruism.
Yeah, okay, good. So I'm just showing you possible ways to make the sentence. So we have options. There's more. Can talk about this phrasal verb a little bit, right? Stand. Stand is, can someone tell me the opposite of stand? What is the opposite of stand? Just stand.
Sit.
Yes, exactly. The opposite of stand is sit. So I just want to show you a picture really quickly so you can see it. So, right, here we have sit. The boy is sitting. And here we have stand. The girl is standing. Sit, stand. Sit, stand. So that is the meaning of just the word stand. But from this word stand, we have an entire network, an entire family of phrasal verbs. We have stand by, stand in, stand out, stand down, stand for, stand up. We have so many phrasal verbs with stand, and sometimes it is literal. Stand up. Let me show you stand up. Stand up can just be the action of rising to your feet, right? So it can be the action of, the action of getting up. So here is the most basic phrasal verb, stand up. When you are sitting, then you stand up so that you are standing. Stand up is the action. So that is literal, right? That is actually standing up. But of course, most of the phrasal verbs are not literal. They are figurative. They are figurative. So that is really important to understand. So let's just practice with a few of them. We have 6 sentences here, and let's complete the sentence with the correct particle. So let's see here. Jessica. Jessica, can you try number 1 for me? Can you read the entire sentence out loud? And please answer with the correct particle, Jessica.
Okay. He was on a trip to London. Therefore, Camila stood in and covered his duties in the office.
Yeah, very, very good. She stood in. So my first question is, what is the tense of this verb for anybody?
Past.
Great, it's past tense. And why is it past tense? Can somebody explain that for me?
The action is finished.
Yeah, it's finished, right? Are there other verbs in the sentence that are also in the
In the
past?
past, like was.
Yeah, exactly. Was, right? The past tense of be. Is there
Be.
another verb in the sentence that is past tense? Anybody can answer.
Covered it, yes.
Yeah,
Covered.
covered is past tense, right? So that's why I use past tense here, because clearly the context of the sentence is in the past. We're talking about the past, right? Stood in. Can someone help me explain the meaning of stood in, stand in the context here? In this sentence, can somebody explain what it means?
You said, oh, sorry.
Anyone? Yes, please, Jawida.
Yes, we said it in the video. You substituted.
Substitute, yeah, right? Substitute.
It's meaning change or replace.
Yeah, exactly, right? So imagine that I work in an office and I go on a trip to London. And when I am on my trip to London, a coworker named Camila stands in for me. She replaces me. She is a substitute and she covers my duties, my tasks in the office. So she's correct. This is the correct answer. Please stand by. In this context, what does it mean?
Wait.
Yes. Okay. It means in this context, stand by means wait. Please stand by. Please wait. So there are multiple meanings for some phrasal verbs. That's one reason why it's difficult, why phrasal verbs specifically are difficult, because one phrasal verb can have 2, 3, 4 different meanings. It depends on the context. So for this meaning, I was like maybe trying to make you think like you're on the phone and you are trying to contact the company to pay your bills. And maybe you are on hold and the voice, the automatic voice says, "Please stand by." That means please wait. So, but as you will see later on, stand by has a different meaning. It has a couple different meanings. But for number 2, in this context, stand by. Please stand by. Please wait. As the informal phrasal verb stand up. Stand up. Fight for. Or advocate, right? Advocate. If you don't know advocate, go to Google, type in the word, then you can see the definition here. Verb, advocate, publicly recommend or support. You can also get more information. Of course, it comes from Latin. Latin, ad, to. Vocari, to call, vocal, speak out, right? Vocalize, right? Advocare in Latin, to call for. Then it becomes Latin, advocatus, and then Old French, from French to English. So, of course, if you speak Portuguese or Spanish or French, you can also understand the meaning of these academic verbs. And one thing that I recommend is every time you learn a phrasal verb, you should also learn the academic Latin equivalent of that verb, right? You want to be able to number 4, stand down, cancel, or abort. Who wants to help with number 5? What's the meaning here?
Meaning he was extraordinary. He was special in his match, or
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, you said it perfectly. Yeah, he was extraordinary. He was special, right? So in this context, it means he stood out in today's match. He was special in today's match. He was extraordinary. Very, very good. Don't forget, this phrasal verb can have many different meanings, and it does. But yes, in this context, stood out, it means that he was special. He was extraordinary. So don't forget, everybody, I always say this, subject, verb, object. If you look, the sentences are following this, they're following the same basic format. So the same rule, the same basic rule, subject, verb, object. The same rule applies to all of these lessons. So it's just, as long as you understand subject, verb, object, just always keep this in mind, and you can communicate in English. You can understand English. And the phrasal verbs are no exception to this rule. So public protests give people a chance to vocalize the beliefs they stand for, right? That was perfect. And yes, this is beliefs. This is a noun. What verb does this come from?
believe, no?
Yeah, good. Believe is the verb, and belief is the noun. Plural, beliefs. Your beliefs, your values, your principles, right? Same word, your values, your beliefs, your principles, things that are important to you. Vocalize. What is this? What is a synonym for the verb vocalize?
Vocal?
I think I heard someone say speak out. Yeah, that's one. Speak out, right? To speak out, to advocate for, to vocalize, right? So what is the theme of the song, Stand By Me? What is the meaning? What is the significance? What is the lesson of the song? That's it. That's all you need to tell me. So let's listen. It's only a couple minutes. It's only like 2 or 3 minutes. Really famous song from 1961. Here are the lyrics. Here are the words. So I will show you the lyrics as we listen. Just listen and follow along.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. Oh, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, or the mountain should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. And darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand now. Stand by me. Stand by me.
So maybe you know this song already. The album is called True Love, 25 Songs of Pure Romance. Oh, grammar mistake. Look at that. That's a grammar mistake. There should be no apostrophe in there. I just realized that. So Jonathan, teacher, notices this grammar mistake. But anyways, True Love, Stand By Me. So does anybody want to try to tell us what they thought was the theme of the song?
Can I, sir?
Sure.
Yeah, I think in this theme of the song, he asked Darlene to solidarate him.
To support him.
Support him, yes. Or we can't say solidar in English. It's in French.
We would say like show solidarity.
Yes, solidarity.
Right? When the night has come, the land is dark. There's no light. It's dark. You can't see, right? That is imagery. It's an image, right? Nighttime represents bad things. Daytime and the light represent good things, right? So he's saying in bad times, when things are bad, when life is difficult, stand by me, right? So
Yes.
stay with me. Don't leave me. Don't divorce me. Don't break up with me, right? Stand
Mm.
by me. Stay with me. Remain loyal. Remain faithful. Good. Very, very,
Yeah, I
very good
agree.
thing. The verb is stand by. What is the object?
Me,
Me. What is the subject?
you,
Yeah, exactly. We don't have a subject here, right?
sure.
But because
Because
it's
it's
an imperative sentence, but you
yes.
can just assume that he's saying like, you, right? You always do this in Spanish, Portuguese, and French. This is very common to not have a subject, right? We can also do it in English. So the title of the song, Stand By Me, stand by is a verb, right? It is a phrasal verb, just like we used it as a phrasal verb in class